Full House star Jodie Sweetin blacked out at Candace Cameron Bure's wedding at age 14. After years of being open about her addiction struggles, Jodie Sweetin is shedding light on the first time she blacked out at 14 years old. During an episode of the Skinny Confidential podcast, the 43-year-old Full House alum recounted an embarrassing incident at co-star and friend Candace Cameron Bure's 1996 wedding, a moment she described as the point when her addiction took control. "Well, the first time I ever drank, I was like 14 and it was at Candace's wedding, and I was just a blackout drinker," she said. "The last thing I remember doing is somewhere around the of the YMCA. And then I don't remember anything from the rest of the night. It was awful and it was ugly and it was embarrassing. My mother was horrified. I was at the table and I was drinking and I was across the room from my mom. So they would pour a glass of wine, and then they'd get around to pouring more and I was like, 'I'll take a little more, please.' It was a lot of red wine and the bathroom was very white." Sweetin admitted that while she was horrified the next day, something clicked. "I was like, oh, that was fun," she said. "I'd say around 15, 16, I knew that I drank and partied in a way that my friends did not, and they were like, 'What, bro? Settle down.' I would be like, 'Okay, well now I've got to go find somebody that I can do these drugs with.' Or, it was like finding different people that didn't make you feel so bad about what you were doing," she added. Paris Jackson admits drugs ruined her life as she reveals hole in her nose. Once Full House wrapped, Sweetin said she went through an identity crisis. "I was all over the place. I think that's why I found stimulants. I would be more sober than anyone else in the room. I was looking for a way to make my brain work better." As her addiction continued, the mom of two said she knew she was headed down a dangerous path. "I knew for a very long time that I was heading down a road where it was either going to be jail, institutions or death," she said. "I was getting very close. I did not think I would see my 30th birthday the way I was going in my mid-20s. Life changed. I got married again and quickly found out I was pregnant and was like, okay, this is what we're doing. I haven't had a perfect journey, but that was the thing that changed everything," she said of her first pregnancy. "Like party time is done. Click here to sign up for the entertainment newsletter." Sweetin found sobriety in 2008 after 15 years of abusing drugs and alcohol. In 2021, the actress and comedian opened up further about her addiction and the importance of destigmatizing the topic. "The thing about anxiety is people think of panic attacks, but there can be a raging, screaming voice in your head all the time that you just can't get quiet," the actress told Alison Kugel during an episode of the Alison Interviews podcast. "You just don't want to listen to this voice, and especially when mental health wasn't talked about, it's worse. Having that wiring in your brain, something switches on when you're an alcoholic," the mom of two continued. "It feels like there is never enough. I can't ever fill this hole because there is a bottom missing in the cup, and I just keep trying to fill it. I think that is something I'm really grateful for now, is the destigmatization of talking about mental health. That was my whole journey through sobriety." Sweetin noted that she was determined to turn her life around. Sobriety is not a simple fix, but rather an ongoing work in progress. Like what you're reading. Click here for more entertainment news. "A lot of it is really looking at yourself and what are the things that I do or behaviors that I'm trying to use to cope with my life," said Sweetin. "How do I do this better? How do I interact with people better? How do I hold myself to a higher standard? How do I go back and make some of those things right so that I can alleviate that shame and terror that comes with all of it? Then how do I go about life, not creating those situations for myself in the future? That is a huge part of it. I'm always very honest that, for me, medication has been key," Sweetin shared. "Otherwise my struggle was so bad I wasn't getting out of bed. Now that I know when I need to speak up for myself even into my 30s, feeling like I needed some therapy and I probably need a psychiatrist for some meds, and all of these things to start taking care of myself."